Welcome to today's episode of Mind Matters, where we explore practical strategies for mental well-being. I'm Zara, and joining me today is Jamal. Today, we're diving into an essential topic for university students: how to calm yourself down in stressful situations.
That's right, Zara. As university students, we often face high-pressure situations that can trigger anxiety or anger. Having effective calming techniques at our disposal is crucial for maintaining our mental health and academic performance.
Absolutely, Jamal. Let's start with one of the most fundamental techniques: deep breathing. Can you elaborate on why this is so effective?
Certainly. Deep breathing is incredibly powerful because it directly impacts our physiological state. When we're anxious or angry, we tend to take quick, shallow breaths, which reinforces our body's fight or flight response. By consciously taking slow, deep breaths, we can interrupt this cycle and activate our parasympathetic nervous system, promoting relaxation.
That's fascinating, Jamal. Are there specific breathing techniques you'd recommend?
Yes, one effective method is the 4-7-8 technique. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 7 seconds, and exhale for 8 seconds. Another is diaphragmatic breathing, where you focus on breathing deeply into your belly rather than your chest.
Those are great suggestions. Moving on, let's talk about the power of labeling our emotions. Why is this important?
Labeling our emotions, or what psychologists call affect labeling, can actually reduce the intensity of our feelings. By saying, "I'm feeling anxious," or "I'm angry," we're acknowledging our emotional state, which can help us gain some distance from it and begin to process it more effectively.
That makes sense. It's like shining a light on our emotions instead of letting them lurk in the shadows. Another technique that's often recommended is challenging irrational thoughts. How does this work?
This technique, rooted in cognitive behavioral therapy, involves questioning the validity of our anxious or angry thoughts. For instance, if you're catastrophizing about failing an exam, you might ask yourself, is this likely to happen? What's the worst that could realistically occur? Have I overcome similar challenges before? This process can help bring perspective and reduce anxiety.
That's a powerful tool for reframing our thinking. Now let's talk about physical strategies. I've heard that exercise can be beneficial for managing emotions. What's the science behind this?
Exercise is indeed a fantastic way to manage emotions. Physical activity releases endorphins, which are natural mood elevators. It also helps burn off the excess energy that often accompanies anxiety or anger. However, it's important to note that activities expressing anger, like punching walls, should be avoided as they can reinforce aggressive feelings.
That's an important distinction, Jamal. Let's move on to visualization techniques. How can imagining calmness help us actually become calm?
Visualization is a powerful tool because our brains don't always distinguish between what's imagined and what's real. By vividly imagining yourself calm and composed in a stressful situation, you're essentially rehearsing a positive response. This can make it easier to actually remain calm when you face similar situations in reality.
That's really interesting. It's like creating a mental blueprint for calmness. Another strategy I found helpful is using a personal mantra. Do you have any thoughts on this?
Absolutely. Zara, a personal mantra can serve as an anchor in stressful moments. It could be something like, "This too shall pass," or "I am capable of handling this." The key is to choose a phrase that resonates with you personally and helps shift your focus from stress to a more balanced perspective.
Great point, Jamal. Sometimes, the best strategy might be to simply remove yourself from the stressful situation. Why is this effective?
Stepping away from a stressful situation gives us time and space to regain our composure. It allows our heightened emotions to subside and provides an opportunity for more rational thinking to take over. Even a brief change of environment can help reset our emotional state.
Absolutely. These are all excellent strategies, Jamal. To wrap up, could you summarize a few more quick techniques our listeners could try?
Certainly, Zara. Here are a few more. Practice progressive muscle relaxation, try mindfulness meditation, listen to calming music, write in a journal, talk to a friend, use aromatherapy, take a warm bath or shower, practice gratitude, engage in a hobby, limit caffeine intake, ensure you're getting enough sleep, and consider talking to a therapist if anxiety or anger are ongoing issues.
Thank you, Jamal. That's a comprehensive list of strategies our listeners can experiment with. Remember, everyone is different, so it's about finding what works best for you. Thank you all for tuning in to today's episode of Mind Matters. Until next time, stay calm and carry on.
And remember, practice these techniques when you're already calm so they become second nature when you really need them. Take care, everyone.